Hello, everybody, and welcome for another episode from Think Big and Be Inspired. Today we have a very special guest. She has a very successful hiring rate lately, and she's a founder a co-founder at Most Products, and she's a founder at Cat Consulting, and also she's a chief people officer at Marlec. So please join me in welcoming Tess Neyman. Tess, how are you doing?
Great, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and it's so nice to meet you tonight.
Nice to meet you too.
Tess, of course, to start, you have a journey from HR and moving to consulting for some time, and also you're a co-founder at Mom's Products, and you started your career in entrepreneurship. Tell us which field you like most, and where do you see yourself continuing in this career? Which area you prefer?
Um, I love what I do, for sure. I cannot say that I prefer this to the other because I value all that I do. That is why I'm doing it. I wouldn't be doing it anyways. So I love consulting for certain reasons. I love coaching for certain reasons. And what I do in Cut Consult is different from what I do in Mom's Products. And it's also different. Cut Consult and Malik kind of have the same services. So there is a similarity, but Mom's Products and Cut Consult is one is services, then the other is products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Of course, diversity between both, and it's great that you're managing your time. Good that you're managing your time between both. We have Nasser Ali here is sending his regards, and Nasser, of course, is doing a great job in LinkedIn to win it. How are you, Nasser? Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So, Tess, tell me if you have like top three tips in mind for job seekers, because I know, of course, you're very active in helping all people how much you can. Can you give me like the top three tips to job seekers to get hired fast from your point of view?
Can I give top 20? I'm kidding.
Sure, as much as you can. We're here to help people as much as we can.
Okay, top three okay. First of all, candidates need to understand that there is no one size fits all solution to any problem.
Yeah.
Every role is different, every candidate is different, every company is different, every market is different. True. So that is the first thing. Then second is they must master their selling skills.
Yeah.
As a candidate, you are the product, or you're going to sell your services. So if you're not able to convince me to hire you, I'm not going to hire you. Even if you have an amazing CV, you have an amazing LinkedIn profile, for as long as you cannot convince me, which is the selling, right?
Yes.
Then I won't hire you. Then the other thing is they have to understand the market, where they are, where the market they are targeting. They have to understand the way recruiters or hiring managers or employers think.
Yeah.
The reason is because they're not going to hire themselves. So if you don't understand, see, you're going to sell a product to Tess.
Yes.
Tess is not going to buy it because of the way you think. She's going to buy it because of, the way she thinks. If she feels that the product is going to solve a problem, then definitely she's going to buy it. So understand the way recruiters think, understand the way employers think. I think those would be the top three I would give.
That's great, Tess. Of course, you are selling, like you're selling a product. You need to understand who are you selling to and how you are going to present yourself to them. We have Nuan here. She's saying, good note. Of course, Tess, no one size fits all solution to any problem. I totally agree with her, and she's to the point in that.
Thanks to her.
Yeah, and I'll say also that also not to lie or to sell yourself, like saying that you have skills that you don't have, or that you worked somewhere and is not. Sometimes we see people try to over sell themselves or put things on the CV that they did not do. What's your take on that also?
uh, Speak the truth. Don't
Yeah.
lie. If you
Yes.
are excellent, then speak that you are excellent because
Yeah.
you can prove it. All right.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Yes.
advise somebody to sell themselves short. If you're getting 100%, yes, you are. You're better than the rest, but don't say you're getting 100% when you got 20%.
Yeah.
Many a time you find people, candidates that say, I can do A, B, C, D. If it is practical, they're gonna.
Mm.
What if they tell you to try it out? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's a skill that you can learn faster before you join the company, then you can say you have it. But if you don't, if you're not going to learn it, then don't lie. You'd rather
Okay.
say I'll learn this than say
Yeah.
that I already know it.
Yeah. I agree with you. That's good. And now it is easy that you have access to learn everything. I think on the internet you have LinkedIn Learning. You have a lot of websites that you can upskill and upgrade your skills.
I was reading, I was doing a research on information, and I realized that there is a research says that there
Yeah.
is an information overload.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
there is
that's
too
nice.
much for
Yes.
people to access. So I believe that candidates can find a lot of information on the internet which can help them, through their job search. Until you get to a point where you feel you've exhausted all the channels, then look for an expert. There are
Yeah.
certain things that can easily be found on the internet, like how to use LinkedIn. You shouldn't pay a coach to to teach you on how to use LinkedIn, or how to, or what should an ATS friendly CV have. That
Yeah.
information is out there. Why would you pay for that?
Yeah. I think
Well,
people.
unless if you're just picking the money and you want to spend it.
Yeah, I think sometimes people are lazy to search, or they say maybe that an expert knows everything, and they just depend on them on that.
But
That's
we're the same people who put this information out. I'm a ghostwriter for some companies in
yeah,
HR and coaching. So we are the same people that put this information out there in articles. So
yes,
utilize the internet as much as possible. Then once
true.
you get to a point where you feel you need expert help, then go and find a coach. And before you sign up with any coach, ensure to do your background check. Who
Yeah,
is this
that's very
person?
important.
Can you hold this coach accountable? Just as
Yeah,
you expect them to hold you accountable. Oh, you're going to pay somebody and they disappear or they block you and you can't find them anywhere.
yeah, yeah.
So
This
it's
happened.
really important. Speak to the people that have worked with this coach. See what they say. If you feel this is the right person, then you go right ahead and work with the person. You know, I get many messages. Let me rant. I get many messages and candidates are complaining about certain coaches. Don't worry, I don't
Yeah,
mention names.
yeah,
And I always say, you guys, I don't work in FBI, I don't work in CID. Why are you reporting to me? Like you, and I asked, did you do a background check on this coach?
yeah,
No. And the coach made a post, and I went and contacted them, and then I paid.
yeah.
You have to be careful with your money,
True,
because I
true,
believe you worked hard for it. Don't
true.
spend it just like that.
True, you must have, like, for example, I work in the supply chain. Before we go to suppliers, we do due diligence and we check about the supplier, we check about his financial position, we check about his website, we check about the people who's working there. So it's the same. You're going to someone who's offering you service, check what's his status on different social media,
Yeah.
where did he work before, the testimonials, what are people saying about them, and all that. I totally agree with you.
Mm.
Tess, I wanted actually to make this interview one of the most important things because I took one of your posts that I know about adjusting CV and adjusting CV to fit with the application, but I never heard, and I've been like active on LinkedIn lately, like in the last 8 months, and I feel I did a lot of improvement in my profile and all that, but I've never heard about adjusting LinkedIn profile according to your job application or something. Give us like a clue about that. How do you do that, and how it helps?
Okay. First of all, your LinkedIn profile is your online CV. Let's
True.
look at it that way. So there are some companies that will advertise the role and they only have one option, which is easy apply. Some
Yes.
companies do advertise and they have easy apply and then apply, where it takes you to the company career page.
Websites. Yeah.
So with those that have easy apply, this is what happens. The way your profile is the way they're going to receive it.
Yeah.
Now you'll find that everybody writes a profile, and it's a general profile with based on the
True.
industry or position they are
True.
targeting.
True.
Now look at it this way. Every company, let's look at ADCB and Emirates NBD, they're all banks.
Yeah.
But a sales executive in Emirates NBD and a sales executive in ADCB will have different job descriptions based on the company objectives.
True.
So you are working as a sales executive in Emirates NBD, but you want to apply in let's say ADCB. Then you send the same profile, like the easy apply, same profile. It's going to
Yeah.
be so they're going to reject you or they're going to ignore you. So what you do is you see, I've seen many candidates that have the name, then they have open to opportunity,
Yeah.
and
I
then
think.
they have they have written whatever it is. That is how the company is going to receive your profile.
Yeah.
So when I say customize it, what position are you applying for? Put it in your profile headline.
Yeah.
It means that if I'm hiring a sales manager, so you're going to say Tess Newman, sales manager as a title. Now imagine I have Tess Newman and then open to new opportunities.
Oh,
And
I agree
so
with
you're
you
already
about.
shooting yourself in the foot.
Of course. Of course. Of
So
course.
that is
This
what, yeah.
very important, of course, to write the title correct. And I think open for new opportunities. You're missing opportunities by putting that. No one
Yeah.
knows. No one knows what are you doing. You need to write your clearly what are you doing. What's your job? The summary must be clear. Also about you need to put some
Yes, the
tangible.
about section.
Yeah, yeah,
You look
about
at the
section.
job description of the
Yeah,
position you're applying for, then you customize your profile as per that job description. When you finish submitting your profile, then you can modify it
you
again
can
to what
modify
you like.
again. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's the same like the CV. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
That's a good idea, and I never thought about it about like identifying or modifying the summary or the about it section. Good one. I like this one.
Okay.
So let's talk also about your volunteering and that you worked in some time. You had the volunteering. How did this shape your career and character? And yeah, tell us about your volunteering stories.
Okay, just a minute. Althea, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. So
Yeah,
we still volunteer, and when I say we,
great.
like me and my kids, and you know,
Yeah, great.
so we do food donation. These are things I really don't want to talk about because my favorite book, which is the Bible, says that when your right hand gives, your left hand shouldn't know about
True,
it.
true,
So
true.
I'm not gonna give
Actually,
details
actually,
of what we do. So
sorry to interrupt you. It's the same for us. So yeah, for my religion and beliefs, they say, yeah, I do it, but you should not like brag about it or something like that. So it's I understand. I understand where are you coming from. Yeah.
yeah. So I love volunteering because there are three things. First of all, my favorite book says that you are blessed to bless others.
Yes.
There are things I look at in my life and I feel in a way I didn't deserve them because I didn't like really work hard for them. They came easy. So I believe I'm blessed. And because of that, I want to bless others.
True. True.
And then the second thing is it's a selfish way of looking at it, but my favorite book says that when you give to the poor, you lend to the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only guarantee I have for my money is to lend to the Lord. That is by giving the poor, right?
Yeah. That's
So that is another reason. And also, there are so many stereotypes when
yeah.
it comes to Africans being in Europe. Most people think that every African in Europe is supposed to be given in a way. So I want to change that as well. So that is the other reason as to why I give, because
Great.
I don't only give Africans, I give
Here from all
everybody.
nationalities,
Yeah,
everybody, all religions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that is another reason. How it has shaped my career and character. It is because of as for my character, I can say it's because of the points that I've given, and for my career, I believe in the quote that says, "Everyone you meet knows something you don't,"
True.
regardless of who the person is. When you meet them, when you are volunteering and you meet these people, you get to learn about their lifestyles and stuff, and you're learning something. And very many times I've gotten an idea on how I'm going to help a candidate from this project.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes, it helps a lot. I participated in a lot of volunteering. It even makes you feel happy. It makes you feel different. It makes you feel that
There's that
you're doing
fulfillment.
something. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Fulfillment, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
And here I cannot know who's sending this, but when you get to the poor, you lend to the Lord. Is yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Here,
That's the only guarantee you have
yes.
that you're not making a loss.
Pragmat joining us, I think from India, and he's saying that he strongly feel that one of the professional volunteering we may look forward is supporting, assisting, or directing the new startups, as there might be areas these small enterprises may be struggling, where we may have a solid, successful footprint in coach and support. To coach and support, I totally agree.
Yeah. Yes, that's
That's a
very
good
true.
cause. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good cause. Thank you, Prag, for that share.
Thank Yeah.
So tell me about the awards that you got. I know that you got the COVID Leadership Awards, Coach of the Year 2020. From where are you working in Marlek? And what's your favorite award? And do you have like, what does it mean to you when you receive an honorable award like this?
I started getting awards in 2011.
Wow, that's great.
The very first company I started working, I've been getting awards. So for me, it's not that I have a favorite because whatever I do, I do with my heart. I always say that I give 150% because I want 100% back.
Yes,
I believe that the effort you put in, you either get exact effort or less than that. Now, because I want 100% back, so I give 150%. That is a guarantee I have.
yeah,
So I don't have the best because they all have a different feel when you get them. And to me, getting an award is like people recognizing your hard work.
true, true,
So appreciation, everybody wants to be appreciated,
true.
and it motivates you to even do better.
Yes, it motivates you to do more and more, and it's great
Yeah.
that it feels that you did and you achieved. So it's great that since 2011, it's you're recognized as an achiever, and you're still consistently doing that. So we can say like touch wood and the good that you're doing well.
My God is alive.
Yes. Prag, yes, from India and working for Walmart. Prag, thank you so much for joining us, and you're always welcome to the show, Prag. So let's go to interviews. Also, I know you know also a lot about interviews, and sometimes people panic before the interview, and they are really worried. And what's your advice to people once they reach the interview stage and they put the right CV, they did all the adjustments and the LinkedIn adjusted, and they got the call. They got the call from the HR or whatever that your interviews in X number of days. What do you advise them to be ready for the interview? What should they do?
The first thing to keep in mind as a job seeker is look at an interview as a meeting.
Okay.
Remember, we said you have to master your selling skills.
True.
So you're going into a meeting to sell a service or product to somebody.
Yeah.
When you look at it that way, you're only going to panic because you don't know the product you're going to sell or the services. So what does that tell you? Every time you panic, it means you don't know what you're going to sell. You don't know the services you're going to sell, or you don't know the product you're going to sell. So learn more about the product, learn more about the service, and you'll have the confidence to sell it.
Yes, yes, it's easy. Of course, you should search for the company. Look maybe at the numbers of the company. How much? What's their products exactly? And of course, like the job description and all that. Make sure that all this you're ready on your mind before the interview. I think you're totally right.
The thing is, when you're going for an interview. Okay, like I said, for me, I don't even consider it as an interview. I consider it as a meeting. You cannot go to close a deal without you knowing your prospect, right?
Yeah.
Research about them. So, excuse me, you're basically researching about the company, who is going to interview you, what does the company do, what is it that they're looking for in the candidate. And when you understand all this, it's what gives you the confidence to go and sell your skills. I call it selling your skills because that's how I look at it. So do your background check, know as much information as possible about the company, because if you go for an interview and you don't know much about the company, it shows that you're not interested in them.
True.
Yeah.
True. So you must do your research and be ready. So what do you think also are after you finish the interview, people tend to don't know, shall I follow up or not? They will call me or not. Is it okay that after the interview, like the interview's done or before it's done, that you ask them, shall I call or something like that? Or how should people address this?
Okay, so when you go for an interview, and at the end of the interview, you ask the interviewer, how long is it going to take you to make the decision?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you've asked all the other questions you're supposed to ask.
Yeah.
We're assuming you've asked all those questions. So then before you leave, you're like, how long is it going to take you to make a decision? So they'll tell you maybe 5 days or 10 days or whatever.
Yeah.
So basically you're expecting them to revert to you within that time frame.
True.
When you go back, of course, no more courtesy. You simply say thank you and then you move. You leave. And when you get home, you send a thank you email. Or we call it a thank you note. Just thank them for the time they've taken to interview you, because, well, they would have invited somebody else. They took time to invite you.
True.
So you're just appreciating their time. And you can add that if you need any further information to help you in the decision making or to fasten the decision making, feel free to let me know. I'll provide the information.
Great.
So then you wait for the number of days they say they'll revert.
Okay.
If they don't revert, then you follow up again. I always tell my candidates that you have to follow up until they give you an answer. It's either no or yes, but you have to follow up until they say something.
Wow.
Whatever you have to do, if you have to call, if you have to send an email, if they're not responding to the emails, you call. Remember,
Oh,
by the
yeah.
time you go for an interview, you have the contact details of the company.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes candidates are like, okay, if they didn't get back to me, it is not meant to be mine. My
Yeah.
favorite book says that the
Go for
kingdom
it.
of heaven is taken by force, by the violent take it by force. There are
Yeah.
those times in life where you have to grab the meat from the lion's mouth.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
they're
I
gonna
like
stay
this spirit.
hungry.
I like the spirit. Yes. Yes. You must go for it, and it's okay because you're like in a situation you want to get hired, and you need an answer. You need to understand maybe if they
Yeah.
refused why, and
And
if
also,
it's
some
okay.
companies are just have a habit of not responding. So
Yeah.
you're
That's true.
putting them, you're also pushing them out of their comfort zones. Let's hold people accountable for their actions. So let them tell you yes or no, but they should give you an answer. And it doesn't mean that you're relying to that job only, but let them give you an answer. Don't assume.
That's right. That's right. Don't assume, and of course, it will not help you. You'll always have a doubt on your mind when you are applying again. Am I good enough? Am I?
Yes, yes.
Why people are not replying to me? Why like they say it's ghosting? Why they are not getting back to me?
They're ghosting you, and yet most
Yes.
times it even has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the company culture. Yeah,
That's true. That's true. So it says about the company. Maybe that's why they're calling. They're saying like, okay, it's not meant to be. If they follow up, you follow up, you follow up. It means that they don't care about people if they don't reply to you. So it's not the right place for you. I think that.
yeah, yeah.
So
Definitely.
go for another go for another trial
Go for
and
another
keep
opportunity.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going and trying. Pragmata here is saying very valid and effective tips, which we quite often lose the focus on. Thank you, Prag. I think
Thank you, Prag.
he's putting here some really good insights.
Mm.
Someone here is saying, Testimonial, I like you calling a job interview a meeting. It gives a light of welcoming, then can actually make the candidate more comfortable if they are shy. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree
Thank
that
you.
that's true. Thank you so much.
Mm.
So, Tess, what's your plans in 2021, and what do you feel about this year? For because some people feel like the year it will be the same like 2020 and COVID and all that. So, should people be optimistic or pessimistic about the job market? Or I always, from my side, end, I always tell people keep trying and keep pushing. What's your advice to everybody?
Okay, for me as a person, I look at this year as a year of manifestation of divine strength. That is my prophecy as me as a
Yeah,
person. When I look at it generally for candidates, I tell you, look at your life.
yeah,
Every year that came was better. Even when it brought challenges, the challenges were bigger. And one thing we forget is the bigger the challenges, the bigger the reward. I,
yes,
I want you to look at everything that really shook you or threatened your life. By the time you're out of it, you are a lot better than what you were before.
true.
So it cannot be like 2020. It cannot be. If it tries to be like it's worse, then you know it's gonna be better, a lot better.
Yes,
So the market is going up. Uh, People are hiring. My candidates are
yeah,
getting hired. Who is hiring
exactly.
them?
Which means that things can only get better, and things actually is going better because your candidates are getting hired, and of course you're doing a great job. But as long as people are getting hired, it means that the market is going on the right place and on the right way.
Exactly. Things
Yeah,
are getting better. But see, Ahmed, the thing is this: in every opportunity, there is a challenge, and in every challenge, there is an opportunity.
true.
Now, the thing is, where are you going to look? There are two people today, right now, as we speak. Let's say one person, both of them are in the same situation. Probably they all have debts. Let's say they have car loans, as an example. Now, one of them is going to stay in bed depressed. and another one is going to go out to look for a solution. All right. So
Yes.
it's how you look at life. When people say that life is a choice, it is really a choice. It doesn't really matter what you're going through. For me, I tell you, I remember the day I lost a job and a husband the same day. Everyone around me was sad but myself. And I kept telling everybody, why is it that it's like you have lost and I won? I'm the one
Yeah.
that's supposed to be crying, right?
Yeah.
So it is how you choose to look at life. If you choose to
True.
look at life as a sadist, then that's what it's gonna give you. And do not confess, do not keep saying what you don't want to celebrate. You know, when candidates keep saying, oh, the market is bad, people are ghosting us, they're not gonna hire us, we're not gonna get jobs. You are creating it. It's an
Yes.
affirmation. Unless
You're
if that's
right.
what you want to celebrate. If you
Yeah.
don't want to celebrate it, let it go. It has happened. Can you change it? Yes, then change it. Can you change it? No, then why waste time on it?
Yeah. Exactly. Why waste your time and energy thinking about it, and then you create it and manifest it? You should be positive always, and whatever the situation is, go for it and find solutions. And people who find solutions, I believe that those are the people who get hired faster.
Yeah, yeah. See, if
So,
you are negative as a candidate, if you are, let's say, depressed or you have problems, the person that is going to hire you, interview you, will feel that
yeah,
energy.
the
They'll, you,
energy, yes.
it's contagious. So they'll reject you, yet you are a good candidate. So you leave all that aside. It has happened, and you know we always say move on,
Yes.
and people think, oh, it's not you. You're not going through this and stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, we have
You
this,
have
yeah.
chosen not to move on. The only thing you're doing is delaying your progress. Because
True.
at the end of the day, where I come from, I'm a Ugandan. Where in Uganda, they say that when you lose a child, you don't sleep on the grave. You've
Ah,
lost a
yeah.
child.
Go
Why
move
why
on.
don't you sleep
Yeah,
on the grave with the child? You go back to the house and sleep.
yeah, yeah.
So it means
That's
you've moved on, right?
yes.
And what is
Yeah,
what is bad? What is as bad as losing a loved one?
exactly, exactly.
So you have to, figure out how to move on. Either way, you have to move on. So you choose to do it now or do it later and waste your own time.
I totally agree with you. I always say from struggles we are reborn, and the more there are struggles, the more there are opportunities, and we must keep on. I like your faith and how you believe in things that things should get better. And I see a lot of comments from our people here. One points learned: don't lie, be real and honest, be careful with your money and capital. I totally agree.
Yeah.
And Fragmenta saying with the pointers you have highlighted, I strongly feel there is a lot of learning for the interviewer, as well as one must be clear and aware about mindset, expectations of the candidate sitting across the table. Well said, Pragmata. Our friend here, big coach, also one of my favorites, Alicia Ploko, as great guest, Ahmed. I totally agree. Tess Neyman, of course, is a great guest.
Thank
Ahmed
you.
Musa here also sending his regards. It's nice to see you guys. Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Our friend here also saying, Tess, your faith that you choosing to look at life in the storm with a clear mind of strength, that this storm is actually not an ending but a new beginning. Mindset is everything in life. That's a great quote, and I really thank our friend here. Though I don't know the name, the name is not coming, but a
Yeah.
lot of wisdom. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's really true.
Yeah.
Tess, it's great to have you today, and we had a lot of great insights from you. I always
Thank
end the interview if you have any questions for me, because we've been connecting for some time and networking. So, do you have any questions for me before we go?
I don't have a question, but I just have something to say. I just have a statement.
Yeah,
But before I say that, I want to add something to the the job seekers
Please,
that will watch this maybe later.
please, we're here to
I
add
have
value
a
to the
quote.
job
I
seekers. Yeah,
I have a quote personally. It says that what you think will influence what you'll speak, what you'll say, and it will influence what you will do. So
yeah,
everything we do, just look at anybody, a murderer, a good person, a bad person. They will all everything they do starts here,
yes,
and then they start to talk about it, and then they do it. So
true.
control your mind. Whatever you can do, control your mind, train your mind. It's like when you want to get a six pack, yeah.
Yeah,
When you
you
want to get
exercise a lot.
muscles, you
Yeah,
do the exercise. Wake up in the morning. Refuse when you start to think negative. You say, "I refuse to accept this. I will
yes,
not fail." And because there is a book I read, it's called Think and Grow Rich.
yeah. Wow, yeah, it's one of
They,
my favorite books. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, they
amazing. Yeah,
yeah, it was written that they got some patients and they were divided into two, same signs and symptoms. And then one group was given a prescription, and another group was just told to affirm that they were getting better every day.
yes,
And
yes.
the results for those that affirmed were better than those that were given prescriptions. So,
True,
what does that
true.
tell you?
Mind,
Your
the
mind, you
power of
can
mind.
create whatever you want. And
Yes,
I always tell people, when things around you are not working, look within you.
yes, yes.
The problem is not everything around you, the problem is
Is
inside.
in you. Yeah,
Yeah. So then I want to say to you what I had to say.
yeah. Please.
I do appreciate the fact that you take your time to um, bring us amazing experts, people that
Thank you
share
so much.
knowledge daily. I cannot reward you, but I know that God can reward you more. He
Thank
can
you.
reward you exceedingly abundantly above that which we think. All right.
Yes,
So
yes.
may He reward you.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
That is
Tess.
the best I can say.
Exactly. That's the best anyone can say. Thank you so much, of course, for these feelings, and thank you so much for your time also, and a lot of values we learned from you a lot. So our friend here is Beth Donnelly RV. Yeah, I know her. She's also one of the great people here on LinkedIn. Thank you,
Mm,
Beth, and she gave us a lot of great quotes also during our meeting.
yeah. I was supposed to tell you about moms.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes, yes, please tell me about your project. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The mom products and your co-founder for mom products. Tell me about it. Yes, please share about the products before we go.
Okay. Moms, what we do is it's a two business in one, I can say. So manufacturing specifically, skincare products, hair care products, and cleaning chemicals.
Great.
Now, I am the founder of the cleaning chemicals. That is why I'm like co-founder. So there's
Co-founder.
skincare and hair. Don't you see my skin? I don't do
Yeah,
makeup, by the way. It's not my
yeah,
skin.
yeah.
Um,
That's great, of course.
so
Yeah.
we manufacture skincare products. You see my teeth are white, or they're not white.
No, it's bright.
Toothpaste as
Yes.
well. Okay. I told you I like to laugh.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's great.
so
Nothing is better than laughing and having fun. Yes.
yeah, so we manufacture cleaning. Let me talk about the cleaning chemicals.
Yes.
Um, so we manufacture sanitizers, disinfectants, cleaning products. Talk about any stubborn stains. We do manufacture, but we do white labeling. We manufacture. Let's say you have a company called Think Big,
Yeah.
and you want, let's say, detergent. So we manufacture for Think Big, and then you go and sell. So we're creating entrepreneurs and
Ah.
creating businesses in the process.
Specialized products for every company, right?
Yes. So that's what we do. And we've so far dominated East Africa, we've dominated
Wow,
West Africa, we've dominated
amazing.
Central Africa. Yeah, and we're expanding to this place. I said the European Union is mine. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna
That's great. I like this spirit, and it's amazing that
stop.
you're succeeding not only in coaching people finding jobs, and also in this business. That's amazing, of course. And when you come here to Asia near UAE, please tell me so I can buy. Are they available online? You can buy the products
Yes,
online or not yet?
we because we do sell in bulk, so you
Yeah.
cannot simply just order one fit
Okay.
40 feet container
Yeah.
online. But
Okay.
we're looking at Middle East as well. We started last year. You can't believe we started not last year in 2019 in August, and then the pandemic came and it boosted us.
Great. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great for company for detergents. Of course, the sales were boosted a lot during the pandemic.
Yeah, the disinfectants, the
Yes,
antibacterial wipes, because this is what people need right now. They have to
exactly.
stay hygienic. So yeah, I think it was a right business at the right time.
True, true.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was a blessing because the pandemic, of course, we lost a
Yeah,
lot of beloved people, but for some businesses, they really grew during the pandemic. So
yes,
that's where we say in every crisis or problem there is
yeah,
opportunities, and if you go for it, you can achieve.
yes. Yeah, that's
Yes,
very true. Yeah.
yes, yes. Tess, thank you so much, and thank you for this last thing about the products. I'm really proud of what you're doing here and helping a lot of people, either through your business or through helping people getting hired. I think we gave a lot of people today
Hello.
Tess clients are getting hired, so the market is getting better. So just keep going, and thank you for everybody who tuned in also with us. Thank you, Tess. Have a good night.
You
Thank
too.
thank
Bye.
you. Very nice to see you. Thank you. Bye bye.